Lawman Mike with www.lawmanguitars.com. Hey, I've got a really cool Gibson guitar for you today. It's a 1969 Gibson B-15. Now, I have to tell you, I was not familiar with this model of guitar at all. Matter of fact, one of my finders called me and said, I got this Gibson guitar, and it might even be one that's a fake or something. I've never seen it before. So I said, well, let me come look at it. So I went over there and I saw this headstock, and it's like, what the heck is that? It's got this natural satin finish on it, and Gibson, you can see the decal has been put on it. It's like, what in the world is that? And I did some research, and at first I thought it was an LGO, which I think everybody makes that mistake. I read something about these, but it's not. It's a Gibson B-15. They made these from 1967 through 1970, and they were Gibson's student model guitars. Now, I got to tell you, I was a student at one time, and if I'd gotten one of these as a student guitar, it would have been like, wow, what a great guitar. You know, we learned on K's and Stellas, you know, we didn't get Gibson's B-15s. But some lucky kids got these guitars back in 1969. They also said they were very popular with folk guitar players because they had a smaller body. It was easier for a lot of the ladies to play them. It's only a 14.5-inch wide body, so it's not as large as a lot of the guitars. But it's really, really cool. It's ladder brace. It's got this nice, really pretty bridge on it, and it's got the wood saddle that's adjustable. The original pins, I made sure those were original. Got the original pickguard, original tuners, which look just ancient. I mean, it's original everything. Truss rod cover, you name it, is original, and I've even got the case. We'll talk about that in just a minute. But the guitar, they made them in natural satin finish only. That's the only thing I could find. There wasn't any sunburst. There wasn't anything like that. And I guess I didn't even know they had satin finishes back in 1969, but apparently they did. The guitar was, of course, made in Kalamazoo, right here in the good old USA. And it is just absolutely a really cool guitar that you just don't see a lot of. I did some research on them. I only found a couple of them that were even offered. And it's just really a neat guitar. Oh, yeah, by the way, it has the Gibson N button in it as well, and it's never had a strap button put on the neck. Thank you. I hate it when we put strap buttons on these old guitars. They're made to have the straps attached up here. But anyway, I think I mentioned it's got a 14.5-inch body. It has a standard 24 3/4-inch scale neck, and the nut width is only 1 5/8. I grabbed it, and it's like, wow, this feels like an electric guitar from the 60s, and that's why. It's got a little narrower neck, which again would lend itself to having you say it's a student guitar. Now it's got finished crazing in some places on the back. On the top, it's got, of course, some dings and scratches. Looks like they're a heavy strummer. We picked up some strumming scratches in here and some dings, but all really just character marks. We didn't have to repair one single crack or anything. Matter of fact, as I recall, I didn't even have Jeff the tech look at it. All I did is change strings, and it played great. So whoever had this guitar took very nice care of it, and it just plays wonderfully. Mellow sound to it. I think Steve said it's projecting nicely out there. I can't hear it as much over the top of the guitar, but I think it's fairly loud. But it's very mellow. It's got a real nice tone to it. It's some guitars, especially smaller body guitars, which I don't particularly like because they can be harsh. The sound just doesn't resonate in the way they do in some larger bodies. I play a Dreadnought myself. But this guitar's got a really nice tone, and it sounds very Gibson-ish. I mean, I play a J45, and it sounds pretty darn close. Mine's a 62, this is a 69. No fret outs. Now I think I've got this set. I think there's still a little bit of adjustment to go down. You're probably not going to want it to go down much more than it is. Wow, what a fun guitar. 1969 Gibson B-15, one you don't see every day. They're only made for just a few years, 67 through 70. What's that, 4 years? This is a 69, so one more year they made them, then they went on to the LGOs. So anyway, cool guitar. I want to show you that we have the original case, which I was really excited about. I wasn't sure it was a Gibson case until I opened it up. It just looked like a regular old black Tolex case. There's no identifier on it as being a Gibson case. The latches are on here. Of course, the leather latch in the middle, those always break apart, and this one is no exception. But the latches work, original handles on it. When I opened it up, I went, oh, good, it's a Gibson case. I know what the interiors are supposed to look like, and this is a Gibson case. This dark brown interior is clearly Gibson. And the accessory box is here, but the lid is missing, and I'm wondering if maybe the Gibson logo was on the accessory box lid. That's probably where it was identified, but it is clearly a Gibson case. No funny odors, no, it doesn't look like there's ever been any water damage, no moisture, doesn't smell funny. It works great, and it fits that nice little B-15 perfectly, and it's been with the guitar since some lucky person bought it back in 1969. So, hey, if you're looking for a unique Gibson and won't break the bank, I mean, to be able to buy any Gibson from the 60s for less than $1,000 today is kind of impossible. Here's one. You can get this one. I've got that and a whole bunch of Gibsons in my inventory right now. So check them all out at www.lawmanguitars.com, where we only sell really cool guitars. Thanks a lot for watching my video.